Hello everybody, this is Peter Beckenham, the village marketer, and just let me put on my glasses. Here's my new look, all right, because at 75 years of age my eyes need some support. So maybe for the first time you see me wearing glasses. I use them to read, all right. I don't need them to drive, but things up close, like seeing if I'm on the screen, is what I need them for. My topic for today is, are you really running a business? Now, before I start, there's going to be some tough love in this, all right? Really, I want to be totally frank with you and totally open with you, and I'm going to share some of my own dirty washing in this area, right? But the key point is this, that a man by the name of Michael Harrington, a good friend of mine on Facebook, lives in Australia, did a post just recently about comfort zones, and that triggered something in my head. And thank you, Michael. If you ever get a chance to watch this, thank you very much for triggering off my series of thoughts about, are you really running a business? Because it actually does come back to that point. So we've got some people already joining me. That's lovely. Thank you very much, Yvonne Jones. Good day to you as well. I appreciate that. And Janet Claire Pacelli. Hello, Janet. Thank you very much for joining me. And I hope Santa Claus is in good health as well. And Keely. Thank you very much. Anthony, there you are. Wow, good on you. Thanks. Thank you very much. Anthony Pacelli, for those who don't know, is a very special man. He plays Santa Claus, right, at Christmas time, and he's perfect at it. Not only because of his posture and his stature, but because of his heart. He's one of the biggest hearted people you've ever seen in your life. So Anthony and Kia and Janet and Yvonne, thank you very much for joining me. All right, my topic is again, are you really running a business? Now, it's very easy for people to say, this is what you got to do, A, B, C, D, and E, and F, and G, okay? And to be quite honest with you, I want to share with you, in fact, what I am going to share with you, I have experienced. I have really experienced this. And I want to share the feelings as well as the experience I've had on my journey to success. Because I can tell you, it's not easy. In fact, it's darn tough, right? And I nearly gave up many times. Truly many times. And one not all that long ago, after I'd been in hospital for 3 months, right, and not been able to work at all for 3 months, I went that close to saying enough's enough. But I want to help. I always need to help, and I had to just kick myself in the butt and get around. So running an online or an offline business is tough. Being an entrepreneur is tough. Maintaining your belief and your confidence when you're not earning any money, I mean, that's got to be tough, right? Trying to help others when deep down inside you, you desperately want help yourself, that is really very tough. Experiencing poor cash flows, right? Or health problems, or time freedoms, or a lack of all three of those things. That can be tough. And that happens to me, and it's happened to me more than once, and I'm sure it's probably happened to some of you as well, okay? What about this? Trying to go to sleep at night time, and you can't, because you're worried. You're just worried about how in the heck are you going to pay the bills? This is the life of an entrepreneur, right? When you put everything on the line for your business and things don't work out the way you want them to work out, it can be bloody tough and it can be hurtful. And I remember many times, not being able to sleep because I was worried about being able to look after my family. So entrepreneurship and running a business is darn tough. And that's the reason I'm asking you, are you really running a business, right? And think of this. And I did this a few times, but I've stopped this habit. I used to wake up in the morning and check my email. Never again do I do that. Okay? When I wake up in the morning, I am just full of gratitude. That's my number one focus, all right? But I do remember waking up one morning, checking out my email and finding out that my credit card had been declined. I'm thinking, what else can go wrong? I can't believe this. I mean, and another time, when I launched a program, I did everything I possibly could. I spent so much time creating what I regarded was a really good program. I talked to my potential client base about what their needs were. I met their needs with the program itself. I launched the program, okay? And then I checked my PayPal balance, zero. Not only is that disheartening, it can really put you off your stride, okay? And it can just make you feel like, what in the heck's the point, all right? So, and I mean, you can get to a point when you sort of, here's the water level here, right? And you're treading water, trying to just keep your head above it, both financially and spiritually and emotionally, and even with relationships, okay? Because I think of this. I remember my family saying to me once, Peter, stop this stuff about online. Stop it. It's not worth it. It's a failure waiting to happen. Now that is really tough when it's coming from your family who you live with and you love, all right? But that happened to me. I mean, has it happened to you? If it has happened to you, share with me in your comments. Please do that. If any of these things have happened to you or you've experienced them, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments there, right? I mean, really, it's just a matter of going through a whole series of things that people often think don't exist in order to become successful. So my question to you is this, okay? If you are running a business and you are not feeling success, you're not seeing the success that you wanted, let me ask you one very simple question. When was the last time you did something for the very first time in your business? Right? Let me repeat it because this is very important. When was the last time that you did something for the very first time in your business? I mean, the bottom line is this, as Michael Harrington said in his post, I quoted at the beginning of this video, you've got to get out of your comfort zone, okay? You just don't keep repeating the same old mistakes and expecting something new to happen. We all know that story, right? But three things. One, it takes courage to change direction. It really does take courage. Secondly, it takes commitment to put yourself out there. I mean, think about it. You haven't had success. You're almost broke. You've got nothing to show for your efforts. You're feeling lacking in confidence. You're not sure how in the heck you're going to get people to believe in you. And I'm asking you to put yourself out there, okay? Because if you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to get outside your comfort zone. If you don't get outside your comfort zone, nothing's going to ever change. So it takes commitment, courage and guts to get outside your comfort zone and put yourself out there. And thirdly, you need to be consistent, absolutely consistent, to make any strategy work. Just don't put yourself out there one time. You've got to keep doing it over and over and over again and fine-tuning it as you go. Because it will not be perfect and it'll never be perfect, ever, right? So this is the challenges facing people who run a business. I mean, I can tell you, let's think of Facebook, for example. There's nothing worse than being surrounded by all these success merchants, right? Who just seem to make it sound so easy. And really deep inside it makes you feel so darn lousy. Well, I've got news for you. A lot of these success merchants are not successes at all. If you can dig in underneath what they really are all about, they are just as desperate as you may be, all right? But they try to make it look good. They even fake photos and a whole lot of other stuff. my real issue for you to understand is this. In order to handle, and I don't want this to be a negative video. I wanted to start by being purely honest with you, okay? Because I want to put to bed the fact maybe you should not be in business. That's what I'm heading towards, all right? You see, people don't buy products and they don't buy opportunities, right? What they buy is the emotional feelings that are associated with the transformation and the impact and the results that you can provide to them. That's what they buy. If you don't believe you can provide that transformation, if you don't believe you can provide that impact, then really you should not be in business. You really shouldn't be, right? Because to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to take more than massive action. Sure, action's important, okay? Everyone knows that. But you also need to accept responsibility and accountability for the situation you find yourself in right now. That's what you need to do. It's your responsibility and your accountability. Don't blame the economy. Don't blame COVID. You are responsible for where you are right now. Now, you might think, well, that's pretty darn tough, Peter. But it's the truth. It is the truth. There are people in these tough times who are doing better business than ever before. All right? So don't use COVID or the economy or an upcoming US election or whatever as an excuse. You must take responsibility and accountability for where you are. Next, you also need to ask for help. I didn't ask for help for 5 years. I didn't do it because my ego stopped me from doing it. How stupid can you be? We all need help, okay? So I'm asking you, if you're having a challenge with your business in any way, okay, and it's not working, then ask for help. And then when you get the help, something else needs to happen. You need to be prepared to accept the rigors and the disappointments that will still happen when you implement what you've been taught by whoever the expert is you deal with. Because it won't happen automatically, right? The picture I'm trying to paint to you is that being a successful entrepreneur is one hell of a journey. It's just not, whatever the expression is, it's not all easy stuff, right? Nothing comes easy, nothing at all. So if you don't like this picture I'm painting for you about being a successful entrepreneur, then how you know that entrepreneurship is not for you? Well, that's not the end of the world. It's not a problem, right? If you're trying to run a business that's not working for you, then don't. Run it as a hobby. Don't try and be an entrepreneur. If all the things I just shared with you scared the pants off you, forget it. Just run it as a hobby and let your 9-to-5 job be the thing that supports the lifestyle you live on, because that's what your option is, okay? However, if your 9-to-5 job, if you have one, is not going to give you the lifestyle you want, if your 9-to-5 job is not going to solve the challenges you have, if you don't have a 9-to-5 job and you've committed online, then you also now know the challenges you have to overcome, but you also know the way to overcome them. I've just shared them with you, right? Because when you do that, you can then start to experience the joy and the fulfillment of being a successful entrepreneur. You'll enjoy better health. You'll enjoy better wealth. You'll enjoy more fulfillment and better relationships. But it's a darn tough journey. And that's why less than 15% of the community are successful entrepreneurs. Really, that's what it's all about. Less than 15% actually experience the joys of what I'm sharing with you. But it could be you. If you really want it to be, it could be you. The only limitation of you becoming a successful entrepreneur is nothing to do with COVID, nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with massive action, nothing to do with your health or whatever it may be. It's everything to do with the story that you tell yourself, right? The story you tell yourself about, is it possible or not possible for me to be successful? You will decide. If you think it's not possible, that's exactly what will happen. We call it mindset. You can call it whatever you like, but it's the story you're telling yourself, all right? And that's the strongest message I can give you. If your story is strong enough, if your self-belief is strong enough, you will get out of your comfort zone and you will face all these challenges that I shared with you. And I know it's been some tough love, but I wanted to be truly honest with you. And I want you to be honest with me as well. I want you to share in your comments some of the tough experiences that you've had in your life, in your journey as an entrepreneur, all right? Now, let me finish by saying this. If what I've said to you has disturbed you in any way, message me. Please message me. I don't want to leave this negative. Please message me and let's sort it out in some way or another so I can give you something positive to move with, all right? But I also needed to share with you the truth. That was the reason behind today's particular video, all right? So thank you very much for sharing your time with me. I really do hope that what I shared with you rings bells with you. If you feel that other people should listen to this, please share it. Please share it. And don't forget to share with me what your thoughts are about this particular video and what challenges you've had. And please message me if you feel disturbed in any way about what I just shared with you. Because I will guarantee you, I will give you something positive to walk away with. That's what I will guarantee you to do. All right. Many blessings from Thailand. Once again, thank you for sharing your valuable time. Bye for now.